Okay, Matthew chapter 8 starts a new section because in the previous chapters, 5 through 7, we saw the Sermon on the Mount where Jesus taught about the coming of the kingdom of heaven. And now, in the next few chapters, he's going to actually bring the kingdom of heaven into the lives of a bunch of people, like we saw in that earlier Bible Project video. I hope you watched that video that summarized this first section in Matthew. But what they said in there is that we're going to see he heals a leper, a centurion's servant, a sick mother. There's a stormy sea miracle and a demonized man. And then Jesus, in the midst of all that, Jesus is teaching them. He's just kind of interjecting some more teachings like, follow me, right? And so that's what we're going to see here in chapter 8. So he heals a man with leprosy, and so this leper becomes healed. And then this Roman officer, this centurion comes, which means he's not Jewish, which was unusual. Jesus usually interacted with Jewish people, but in this particular case, he heals this guy. And the notable thing in this story is the faith that this guy had, because Jesus said, I will come and heal him. And the guy said, no, you don't even have to do it. Just speak the word. I understand how authority works. And sure enough, he was healed. So Jesus talks about how much faith this guy had. And then in the next section, he goes and he heals Peter's mother-in-law, which is a real shout out to all the mother-in-laws out there. And then we see that he then does this little mini teaching about following Jesus. And he says, come follow me. And, this call to follow me. And then he gets back into his miraculous interaction with people and the world, and he calms the storm. And then he heals a demon-possessed man. And we notice, by the way, in the midst of this, at the end of this chapter, the disciples are amazed, and they said, who is this man? Even the winds and waves obey him. So they're still trying to figure out exactly who Jesus is. And we see that same sentiment at the very end of the chapter, because after Jesus heals these demon-possessed men by sending the demons into a herd of pigs, and then the pigs jump off a cliff and are drowned in the water, we see the very last verse in the chapter. It says the entire town came out to meet Jesus, but then they begged him to go away and leave them alone. So there was this sense that what Jesus was teaching in 5 through 7, and now what he's doing in chapter 8, and we'll see also in chapter 9 and in chapter 10, they're just trying to make sense of it all. And he truly is more than just a prophet. He truly is more than just a teacher. He's God himself. So I hope you'll come to that same conclusion as you read Matthew chapter 8, and then we'll see you tomorrow for chapter 9.